You know you should be on YouTube. You've known for a while. But every time you sit down to actually start, something stops you. Maybe it's the tech, maybe it's the camera. Maybe it's just this voice in the back of your head saying, what if I do it wrong? And it just doesn't work. I get that. So instead of giving you another pep talk about just starting, I'm going to tell you the 7 mistakes that actually derail business owners on YouTube. Not tech stuff, not you need better lighting. The strategic and mindset mistakes that cost you time, clients, and confidence. I'm Kathy Sizemore. I run a security company called A Bell Arms and a consulting practice where I teach business owners how to use YouTube to attract the right clients. I've been in business for close to 30 years, and I made most of these mistakes myself before I figured out what actually works. Mistake number 1, waiting until you're ready. This is the one that keeps the most business owners stuck. And I know it well because I lived it. I need better equipment first. I need to lose 10 pounds. I need to figure out my niche before I start. I should probably take a course. Here's what's actually happening. Perfectionism and preparation can look identical from the inside, but at a certain point, preparation stops being preparation and starts being procrastination with better branding. You feel like you're being responsible. You're not. You're waiting for a version of ready that doesn't exist yet. Every month you wait is a month you're not being found. Start with what you have and commit to getting better as you go. Mistake number 2, trying to appeal to everyone. This one is sneaky because it feels like good business sense. You hear yourself saying things like, I help people succeed, or my services are for anyone who needs them, or I don't want to limit myself. But when you try to talk to everyone, you end up talking to no one. Your content just sounds generic. Your ideal client scrolls right past it because she doesn't see herself in what you're saying. And YouTube's algorithm doesn't know who to show your videos to. So it shows them to fewer people, not more. Get specific. Speak to one person. When I make videos about YouTube strategy, I'm not talking to a 22-year-old lifestyle vlogger. I'm talking to the business owner in her 40s or 50s who has real expertise and zero idea how to get visible with it. That's what makes people stop scrolling and say, wait, she's talking about me. 10 right viewers beats 10,000 wrong ones. Let the people who aren't your ideal client just keep scrolling. That's not a loss. That's the filter working. Mistake number 3, copying what content creators do. Posting every day, chasing trends, obsessing over watch time, trying to be entertaining. That works if you're a content creator. You're not a content creator. You're a business owner who creates content. Those are 2 very different things. You'll be playing a game you were never meant to win, using rules that were written for someone with completely different goals. Focus on searchable, strategic content. Prioritize quality over quantity. And remember, you want clients, not subscribers. 100 subscribers who hire you is worth more than 10,000 who just watch. Mistake number 4, ignoring SEO completely. Remember, YouTube is a search engine, not just a social media platform. So when you give your video a clever title that nobody would ever type into a search bar, you're invisible. When your description is 3 lines long with no keywords, you're invisible. When you have no strategy for being found, your great content sits there doing nothing. On my security YouTube channel, I have videos that still bring in leads 2 years after I publish them. Not because they went viral, because someone typed home security installer near me into YouTube and my video was there waiting. That's what SEO does for a business. It puts you in front of people who are already looking for what you do. Research what your ideal client is actually searching for. Use those words in your titles, your descriptions, and your tags. Treat YouTube like Google for video, because that's exactly what it is. Mistake number 5, making videos about what you want to talk about instead of what they need to hear. Now, this one requires the most ego management, and I say that as someone who had a whole list of topics I was excited to teach when I started. Things that I find generally fascinating. Nobody searched for any of that. The shift that actually changed things for me was simple. Start with the question someone already typed into a search bar, then bring your expertise to answering it. Your knowledge shows up in the answer. You don't have to lead with it. Mistake number 6, giving up too soon. 5 videos, maybe 8. You check your analytics every 48 hours. The numbers are small. You decide that this doesn't work and you move on to the next marketing thing. Here's what you're actually doing. You're pulling the plant out of the ground to check if the roots are growing. Most YouTube channels don't see real traction until 20 to 30 videos in. That's not a guess. That's the pattern. YouTube is a long game, and the compound effect is real, but it takes time to build. When I started my security channel, the first months were quiet, really quiet, but I kept publishing because I understood what I was building. A library of searchable, strategic content that keeps working, whether I'm filming or not, that's the asset. That's what you're building. Commit to a minimum of 20 to 30 videos before you evaluate. Focus on consistency, not immediate results. And stop checking your analytics every day. It's like weighing yourself after every meal. Mistake number 7, not connecting your content to your business. This is the one that I see experienced business owners make, and it surprises me every time. You create great content. You teach well. Your videos are helpful. And then the video ends, and there's no next step. No call to action. No lead magnet. No connection to your offers. If someone watches your video and learns something, but doesn't know what to do next, if they don't know that you have a course, a service, a free resource, you're leaving leads on the table. Every video should have a purpose in your funnel. Mention your lead magnet naturally, not like a commercial, just like you're telling a friend about a resource they'd find useful. Guide viewers to the next step because the content isn't the business. The content is what brings people to the business. Now, before I wrap up, there's something you're going to want to know next. We just covered what not to do, but knowing the mistakes doesn't tell you what to actually do when you sit down to start. That's what my next video covers. 10 things you should know before you launch your channel. The things to do, not just the things to avoid. I'll go ahead and link it here so it's ready for you. So let's bring this together. 7 mistakes, and really, they come down to 3 things. Starting too late or not at all because you're waiting for ready. Talking to everyone, which means you're reaching nobody. And building content without connecting it to your business so the views don't go anywhere. Those 3 things are where most business owners lose the most time on YouTube. And now you know what to watch for. Here's the honest truth about this list. You probably recognize yourself in at least a couple of these, maybe more than a couple. That's not a bad sign. That's actually the whole point. Knowing what isn't working is not a reason to quit YouTube. It's the starting line. And if you've already published videos with some of these mistakes in them, you're not starting over. You can go back right now and change the title, update the thumbnail, add an end screen, drop a pinned comment with a call to action, rewrite the description. None of that requires refilming anything. The video is already there. You're just making it work harder. The fact that you went looking for answers, that's not failure. That's exactly how this works. If you watched this and thought, okay, but where do I actually start? I built something for that. It's called Start Smart on YouTube, and it's a free 6-lesson course for business owners who want to know exactly where they stand and what to do first. Each lesson is short, and it's paired with a tool that gives you a real output you can use. The link is in the video description. It's free. Start there. Turn your experience into expertise, elevate your influence, and expand your impact. I'll see you in the next video.